You do a radio show.
Right.
It's every week, almost every week?
Every Thursday afternoon, when I'm not in town or when I'm on tour, there usually still will be either one of my archive shows or I'll record a show. But yeah, pretty much every week there's something of mine on the radio, yeah.
Okay. So somebody who's getting into the blues harmonica, if they wanted to find a great opening to explore all these different influences, that would be a great place to go.
Yeah, I play, I bring stuff just from my own collection on my radio show, and I play what I want for the most part. And for the first 2 hours of my show, I pick a particular theme for each hour, and I mostly play the older classic blues recordings, but I may focus on a particular label, particular artist, a particular year, a particular theme like driving or rain or trains or whatever. But yeah, I play a lot of the old style blues, ranging from the 40s through the 60s of you know, real influential, you know, classic blues era.
And you have a MySpace page?
I have a MySpace page for my own self, my music and everything, but I also have a MySpace page for my radio show.
Right, and if you go, so if you know how to spell your last name,
right,
Gruenling,
right,
L-I-N-G.
That's right.
You can find these pages.
Yeah, it's my music, my regular MySpace page for my own playing is myspace.com/Gruenling, and the radio page is /Gruenling Radio.
So, and I've heard a number of your shows, and it's a nice combination of great music plus background information on the music itself.
I find that helpful. You know, when I was listening to, growing up listening to music, in New Jersey, I was listening to Bob Porter, who you know, was really been involved in the blues and jazz producing end of things for years, and wrote liner notes for a lot of the records I have. And had a great radio, still does have a great radio show, and I still learn a lot from him. And I find that interesting. You know, I miss liner notes on records that give you a lot of background information on the artist in a particular era and other artists that are associated, you know, with the album that you bought. And I like finding out about the history about certain styles and certain players. And I think it's important.
So a great deal of your education came from liner notes?
A fair amount of it did,
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I mean, you know, liner notes, you know, usually accompanying, you know, reissues of some sort. But sure, that's how you learn about, you know, a particular. If you don't know about a particular style that much, but you happen to come across a record that you like and you buy it, you learn a lot if it's got good liner notes about, you know, the artist, the history of the artist, other artists that are associated with that artist, maybe other artists in that particular style that may have influenced them or they have influenced. You know, so yeah, you know, reading liner notes is almost like a mini book on the subject of the album that you bought.
Yeah, and there's these great box sets now with little
that
booklets.
have real books. Yeah.
Yeah, that have actual little book, you know, like the Big Horn collection. Any number of box sets on particular artists.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's a terrific way to learn about a lot of these different people.
It is.
As well as the culture they grew up in.
Sure.
And where to look next. Because one thing leads to another.
Right.
Well, I'd like to thank you for sharing this. It looks like we're going to have to split it up into a couple different episodes, but
rock and roll.
We can make that work. Yeah. So I think we'll just click this off and edit it later.
Yeah.